So, this vlog is all about explaining what's our purpose and making a concept paper that's all about the effectiveness of mobile application in promoting environmental awareness and preservation measures. So, without further ado, let's get started.
The world has become so fragile that we cannot subject the earth to the tortures we can now inflict upon it. We are actually tampering with the climate of the earth and with the very atmosphere that we breathe. Not only are we piling in more and more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, but we are chopping down the forests of the earth at a great rate. And these problems are life and death problems. They go to the root of the viability of the planet itself, making the earth a lot less livable.
The key detail is that the mobile applications with features that promotes environmental awareness and preservation measure are very useful and helpful to us, especially nowadays that there's a lot of environmental problems, global warming, climate change. This mobile application can help us to become more aware. We can gain knowledge and we can spread awareness to other people.
Typhoons are the most common calamity that we experience, especially nowadays. We come up with this study for you to have an idea on how to be aware on our environmental issue. Since our topic was the effectiveness of mobile applications in promoting environmental awareness and preservation measures, we decided to use the NOAA Radar app or NOAA Radar app. It is a weather forecast app that lets check you all the available info in real time.
NOAA is a great help for everyone since not all of us is capable of going home on time to watch the news and be informed of the sudden weather changes. We agreed to focus on this topic so we can learn more while others can make use of these reviews that came from us. The application gives accurate information and is very easy to use. NOAA is an application that can save people by just notifying them.
Creating a well-organized application is still a high priority for software engineering firms. If it is a smartphone or desktop application, the goal is still the same, to fulfill the needs of every consumers. However, the creation of application involves a good team, where the goals of the developers cannot be limited to the functionality that the application provides.
What is the main purpose of your presentation? What is your motivation for doing the paper? The main purpose of the presentation is to explain the use and the main points of the paper. Our motivation in doing the paper is the consecutive calamities and typhoons that entered our country, which took a lot of lives and ruined people's properties. We realized that we need to be safe and to be informed. So, we're promoting an application that will help us or notify us about the weather and the dangers that might happen. What are the salient points? How did you gather these details?
Due to the typhoon tragedy that flooded many areas, particularly the Cagayan, caused by the release of water from the dam and left it muddy from the flood, our group was thinking of bringing together a concept paper about how we should learn about environmental awareness using mobile phones. We collect information on the basis of what being said and seen in social media and news platforms. Here, we also get the idea to collect information from the internet, such as the OAA Weather Radar, which can be accessed or checked on the website. Also, because of our subject of disaster readiness and risk reduction, we had an idea to collect data from our past topics that we discussed, like about the UP NOAA, and it's more timely because of what happened.
How will your study contribute to society?
Since Philippines is a state that prone on typhoons, this study will propose an app that helps the society to be more aware and having an idea on how to survive in case of calamity, especially typhoons. This app called the NOAA Radar app. It is a weather forecast app that lets check you all the current available info in real time, like current temperature, likelihood of rain, weather changes, wind speed, and many more. Basically, the apps also decrease the number of accidents in the road. Because you will see some places that are having a bad weather. And by that, you will be having a thinking that you don't want to go there because it's dangerous. Lastly, the NOAA Radar apps helps you to find out the weather condition on the place that you want to go. And it also provides tips.
What limitations have you encountered in the study and how did you address it?
Lack of information was our first limitation in this study. Perhaps they do not release much information. And it has not been easy for us because we will have a hard time finding important information that could have helped future researchers. But we address that limitation by finding some information similar to our paper. It can help future researchers and help provide important information when it comes to disasters.
What recommendations are needed to resolve the issues you have presented?
Since not everyone has a TV at home, have social media, or have time to browse to social media and get some information about environmental awareness, checking weather, or preservation measures, don't worry because our recommendation is to use mobile applications or the effectiveness of using mobile applications with features that can help users to be aware of environment, checking weather, and preservation measures. One of the example of this kind of apps is the NOAA Weather Radar application. Actually, this kind of apps is very helpful to us to be a source of information. It also has great features. We can learn something new of this kind of apps for us to avoid misinformation that we often see on social media platforms, and it also easier to access because the only purpose of this kind of apps is for environmental awareness, checking weather, and preservation measures. That's all, and thank you.